All right, family. Black power, black power. Today is the day. Today is the day. The sacred black art of alchemy, the divinity of blackness codified in language. A very powerful, powerful presentation, family. Guaranteed. You see what I'm saying? Guaranteed to be amazing, as all the other ones is. You feel me? Got a lot of research that's gonna blow the mind. You see, that's going to give you the God vision, and that's what it's about. When we read, we got to understand as I begin to study, there's layers and layers to understanding. You see, and it's what people see. This is how I know that people don't understand the codification of language. They don't understand the codification. You see, they don't understand the etymology of divinity. All right, brother, get with me. You see, because they're just like when people read the Bible, they say, man, the Bible ain't true. It wasn't meant to be true. See, soon as you hear motherfuckers say, man, the Bible ain't true. It wasn't meant to be. You see, these are parables. These are fables. But within the fable is the truth. See? And so most, a lot of great men and women speak in codification. You see, that you don't give that which is sacred. He say, why this at Dravidians? Man, don't come in here with that, man. Don't even waste my time. You see? Don't even waste my time. Come in here talking about why this at Dravidians. Motherfucker, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, nigga, fucking with me. You see? But anyway, you see, most teachers they speak in codification. You see? Because they understand that sacredness is something to be obtained through sacrifice of research. You see, through sacrifice of research. You see, diligent research. Nobody just gonna hand you because they know how fragile minds is. You see, they know how fragile minds is. And so they walk on it just like you don't cast the pearls before swine. And so everything is layered in understanding. And so when you hear people say the Bible, they're fables. The people that wrote it know they fables. See? And if they could twist the fable enough, because the truth is there. You see? Those that have proper understanding, they bypass all of that and go straight to the pearls. You see? If you got the God vision. You see, if you got the God vision, you will go right past the nonsense straight to the gems. But a lot of people don't have that. Most people don't have that. Even those that claiming that their eyes is open don't have it. And I know it for a fact. You see? And I call them out on it and break it down for them to let them know that they don't have it. You see? And so, this is what we talking about etymology, because you see, spelling, you see, are spells. You see, spelling are spells. So that show you the power of etymology. You see, that shows you the power of etymology and the fact that most, and it's crazy how, when we talk about these so-called great teachers that of all times throughout the ancient world, even up to today, you call out their collegiate degrees, but they don't go behind the scene and show how all these professors, all these doctors and masters of this, that, what occult institutions they belong to. Yeah, they don't give all the accolades. And so, they're just like most of these people don't even know that yeah, most people don't, they don't understand that a lot of these Egyptologists, they, fuck with Aleister Crowley. You see, a craze, so they don't just be Egyptologists, they be into other occult organizations like the Golden Dawn and the Rosicrucians and and the Freemasons, and so they don't give you those accolades. You see, they don't. So so when they go to teach you, they never gonna teach you what they talk about with their occult organizations. You see, when they go and have conversation, and even then, on certain levels, the lower down, those lower down the totem pole, they don't get that information on the higher up. You see, and it's crazy and shit. A lot of people say, you got the so-called Freemasons got 30, and they say they got 33 degrees. That's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. They got more degrees than that. You see, some are invisible degrees. Some they don't even talk about. You see, they got certain degrees the only presidents can be a member of. Yeah, they got degrees only presidents can be a member of. You see, they got degrees where only vice presidents can be a member of. You see, and certain other, certain titles that are afforded to people in this world. You see, and so once you understand, they'll make goddamn degrees. You see, when they feel like too many lower, they consider to be lower down individual into the degrees that they in, they'll make other degrees just to keep, to be away from what they feel are the lower down, people's on lower down the totem pole. And so the world is about codification. So if you think you just gonna read some shit for face value, you's a fool. You's a fool. You is a fool. So they let Obama, of course he in. Yeah, he in. Of course he in. They let him in. Of course he in there. Shit, I mean, they still using Obama right now. What you mean? Yeah, he's in there. He's still being used right now. He ain't just because he left yeah, they still using him to this very. And he got status. He ain't the top, but he got status. You see, he got status. And so yeah, they got degrees, and so that's the thing about it. Everything is codified. There's nothing for face value. You see, there's nothing for face value now. You see, now the thing is now for those who know and see, then it becomes, and once you know it, it becomes face value. You see, because once your eyes is open, you'll go all around society and you will start seeing shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't see him. I had to check and see what's going on, family. I had to, I had to check and see what's going on. You can't see your member. Let me check and see what's going on, because usually, YouTube is responsible. Soon as you know what I'm saying, they automatically just give it to you. You see what I'm saying? I just, that's how that go. When you pay, they'll just give you your status. You know what I'm saying? And I see them, they'll say new member and pop up. So I had to see what's going on with that. You see, double check and see, if it went through or whatever, and check your, your finances and see it, if it went through. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the one that personally give you your status. You know what I'm saying? Then once you pay, they give you your status as far as the membership. You see what I'm saying? So, but I will check for you. But anyway, you see, and so the thing is today, what I'm doing for you is giving you, I'm giving you status in understanding, what. Okay. Well, most definitely stay with me, and I'm gonna go behind after the jump off, and I'm gonna most definitely look and see what's going on. Okay. I'll most definitely check for you. So just stay with me. You know what I'm saying? Just check with me on the next live streams after, probably later on today. That'll give me a time to get in there and see what's going on. And we'll get it together, believe me. We'll get it together. But there's all kind of degrees. You see, and people, and people get off into their own groups and whatever. And so, and that's where the degrees, people create their own societies. They create their own societies. That's why you got to create your own. You got to quit being so, because once you understand that the word is codified, you can't you can't be just trying to break the code. You had to create your own codes. You had to create your own consciousness and understanding and quit chasing, other people's understandings. You see what I'm saying? But because we are in a position where we have been robbed of a knowledge of self, then we are in a position where now we're retrieving who we are. You see, we're retrieving who we are. But once we get the proper understanding, then it is time for us to dismiss the naysayers. And I'm gonna deal with we're getting down today around 2:30 p.m. And believe me, it's all powerful. You see what I'm saying? I'm loaded and cocked in for, a very, it's gonna be an endless demonstration. And it's gonna be very, very energetic. It's gonna be very where it's gonna be like, a shocking, that your divinity been hidden in front of you all along. You see what I'm saying? And once we unlock this, we can continue to do research, but then you got to move forward with the information. You see what I'm saying? We have to start establishing our own consciousness and quit chasing. And that's really the problem today. We don't want to hear because we still chasing fallacies. You see what I'm saying? We chasing fallacies and especially dealing with these Cro-Magnon Neanderthals and anybody else that is going to be through their doing that we going to get some form of upliftment, or that shit is a fallacy. You see what I'm saying? And so, once we open our eyes and get the God vision, you see what I'm saying? It's time to move forward with the information. Either the information is true or it's not true. If it's true, then we should move forward. We shouldn't be stuck. You see what I'm saying? We shouldn't be stuck. We should move forward with the information, and that's going to take courage. You see, that's going to take courage to do that. You see, we have to move forward, and that's really where we stuck. We got, we can quote all the quotes, and you see what I'm saying? We could do all that. We could put up all type of beautiful photos showing our people, but the one thing we have not been able to do is to put it in, like the brother say, in action. You see what I'm saying? To weaponize really our consciousness. You see what I'm saying? To weaponize our consciousness and establish a supremacy within our own community where we are at the top. You see what I'm saying? At least in our own homes, in our own communities, which we can do. We don't need nobody's permission to do that. And we failed to do that. But again, today I'm not going to go on because I got a couple of videos I want to touch on before we get to the live stream. Later on, we're going to start around 2:30, about 2:45. And I want to touch on some things. But believe you me when I tell you that, this is, when I do lectures like this, these are the lectures that y'all used to seeing when you come to a lecture live and, where it's pure information. You see what I'm saying? And you guaranteed to get, you know what I'm saying? You guaranteed to get 2.5 hours worth of pure, unadulterated power. You see African power that's going, soon as you leave this live stream, I guarantee you will never look at information again the same way. And that's what it's about. You see, and even as I speak words, see, the thing is, I understand the etymology of divinity. You see, and just to show you quick, even words like information, see, and understanding the etymology of the dragon. And see, a lot of people understand just quickly, don't understand the etymology. There are certain words, and once you understand these etymologies, you go and do the research and back it up. You can see that, those attributes of the dragon, they use certain etymology. You might not know what the etymology is. You might not know what the suffix is or the prefix is, but they do. And that's why when they design language, they add it in there. So those who understand the codification, just like one of the things, and quickly, just to show you, and I'm out. Just like the dragon, you see the dragon is all, is affiliated with libraries and books and wisdom. You will see the dragon reading. That ain't no goddamn, this is a zoo type, a mythological zoo type of a people, because dragons don't read. You see what I'm saying? But because they are considered to be creator deities, and in Africa and in Asia, the dragon is different. So you got to look at the duality of the dragon. In Europe, it is looked at as something that is evil. In Africa and Asia, the dragon is looked at as a creator deity, one of wisdom, great wisdom. You see, and so you will see dragons reading. You see, and and so when you look at one of the suffixes, etymology, dragon etymologies that they use is or. And so you see, like in Gorgon, you see what I'm saying, or even Ouroboros. You will see that or. You see, now you have to study the characteristics, not all words, but that you will find the characteristics of the dragon prefix. That's just one etymology. You see, so because the dragon is affiliated with wisdom, because they are creator deities. You see, they're created, they also and knowledge. So when you see professor, you see that or on the end. That's dragon affiliated. When you see M4, ormation, you're dealing with wisdom, word. You see word, you don't understand that. But then when you go in there and understand the dragon, the on, see on, which is solar, you see is it's an etymology of the sun, aton. You see even sun, son, is the same as sun. People don't understand that once you understand the etymology. And then when you understand who the people, listen to me, primordial. You see, going into creation, origin. You see, dragon etymology, because the dragon is looked at as a creator deity. That's why in all the occult, all around the world, you will see the dragon or the serpent, which is the same thing, with his mouth and his tail, circling the earth. You will see you see the serpent on the pharaoh. A third, his crown. You see what I'm saying? His brow chakra. You see what I'm saying? And so, again, that's immortality. You see? And so these are serpentine etymologies, dragon etymologies that are once you understand that the dragon is a myth, and some people don't even believe mythological zoo type of African people. That's why you see a lot of the deities are set. You know, even the kings that are, you know, they show them as a naga. See, a lot of people don't, and they don't bring that up. Most of the goddesses or the serpents in ancient Egyptian spirituality are goddesses. But many times you will see, and even the hood of the pharaoh is a cobra. You see what I'm saying? He's the serpent king. He's the dragon king, because it is a symbol of immortality. And so once you understand that the dragon is a mythological or zoomorphic form of African people, then you would understand Return of the Dragon. Because the return of the dragon is no more than saying the return of Christ. Because both of those are only etymological words that are used in reference to the sun. Drag on. The on the end is solar. So the fire that is emitted is solar. You see what I'm saying? And so that just show you quickly. You understand what I'm saying? How I can open up the mind and give you the God vision. Don't you miss it? Because that's just like that little much. You see what I'm saying? Just that little much right there. You see what I'm saying? Then, oh, woo, wake up. Let me give you the God vision today. Click the link, begin to think. It's right there in the video description, right there in the chat room. Don't you dare miss it. We'll be getting started around 2:30 or 2:45. All right, family. This is the general saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.